Hello everyone, hi there. If you're just coming from the Happy Jack stream, I hope you had fun. It was super fun watching that. I've been sitting here all day working on cosplay stuff, so that's been super fun. Let me get this all set up. As I work on stuff for San Diego Comic-Con, slowly stuff starts stacking up and my work space gets smaller and smaller as parts of different parts of the project are all there. Let's see. Hopefully that music's not too loud. I can't tell if it's too loud for you guys or not. Alright, so tonight I'm working on the bracers for my classic Wonder Woman cosplay. Everybody's doing Wonder Woman from the movie this year, so I figured I would do something completely different. And so I'm doing classic Wonder Woman from like her first Sensation Comics cover, which you can see it's down over here on the side, pointing there. So it's like super classic. Tonight I'm working on the little bracers because I have a bunch of bracers for different versions of Wonder Woman, but I don't have any that quite are like that small kind of braceless looking. Oh, hey, thank you for following. Yay! MPD streamer, you're awesome. And Mr. Bitter, yay! Thank you for coming over here too. So, yeah, so that's my goal tonight. I've been sewing on corset stuff while I've been watching other streams today, and it's been super fun. So yeah, we're gonna get started. For this today, I actually have never used foam for bracers before, so I'm interested to see how it'll work. I have this EVA foam that I bought. It's a little bit thicker than craft foam. It's about 3 or 4 sheets of craft foam together. Hello, Keegan, how are you? Good evening. So it's a little bit thicker. It'll give that like thick look. I don't have a larger picture, but if you Google it, that classic 1940s Wonder Woman, she's got a thicker, they're smaller, like they're not as long, but the actual thickness of the bracers is much higher. So, so tonight, that's what I'll be working on. Starting just by taking the measurements of my wrist. There's not a lot about me that's very petite, but actually my wrists are fairly petite, so it's a little bit hard to actually make or get bracers that fit me. So like 7 inches. I'm gonna write this down. I got all new channel stuff today, guys. Like, if you look, I have a new header and like all new buttons and everything. Super exciting. Let's see, I feel like 2.5 inches? That's the cool thing about my table that I made too. I can just write stuff on it, and then when I replace the paper, it doesn't matter anymore. So 2.5 inches up from my wrist is 8.25 inches around. Flying Jackalope says, if you ever need tips for using EVA foam, look up Twin Cosplay. I learned a ton from those guys at Anime Matsuri. Awesome. Well, thank you. Another follow from Matravant. Matravant. Yay, thank you. Yes, I've spent a good portion of today while I've been working on stuff just floating around Twitch and being entertained and liking and following different things. It's been really hot, so it's gotten my mind kind of off what I'm doing. So my brush is actually going to be a little bit of a different, it's not going to be a straight rectangular shape because you really want it to really fit to your arm as far as Wonder Woman bracers, because they're supposed to be perfect and never come off. So since my wrist is actually a little bit smaller than my forearm up here, it's going to be a little bit of a different shape. So let's see how this goes. It should be great. I am actually not a master foam crafter, so we will see how this goes. I've done some stuff with foam before. It's just not something that I've ever really like spent the time to master, which is okay. There haven't been a lot of cosplays that have called for a lot of it. So 2.5. And then 8.25. I think the most armor I've made to date has been my Big Barda cosplay. And most of the time I try and work in more realistic materials. Actually, I should probably move this over so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that'll be better. Fabric, Machophone is asking, am I going to sew fabric to the foam or paint the foam? I might paint it as a plan B, but what I'm really going to use is this awesome metal, it's actually made of real aluminum. It's basically a liner that looks perfect. It is metal. It's like very thin metal with adhesive on the back. So this is going to be my first thing. I'm probably going to paint the foam black first and then coat it with this stuff since it's just an adhesive. So, ta-da! Make it look like metal. Super easy. And it's actually very durable because it's made to be like a cabinet liner. So we'll see how that goes. That's going to be try 1. And then if that doesn't work, then I'll peel that off. Probably have to remake the bracers at that point because it probably won't pull off cleanly. Paint them black and then use like Rub and Buff. Make some really great products that make things look really, really metal. I might use like silver leaf or metal leaf on it, but I don't think that'll hold up very well since the foam won't be rigid, it'll bend. So probably Rub and Buff. Cost. I don't remember. This is actually, I got this years ago actually, before my very first cosplay. It's not super expensive. It's like, I think I found it at Target or Walmart or something. It's called Easy Liner, and I think it's literally 4 lining cabinets. Like, you know the ones that your grandma has, like the bottom of her cabinets, except it's usually like floral or plaid or something. This is the same thing, just it looks like metal. Right, yeah. Usually the stuff I work with is metal, leather. Foam is something that I'm starting to get more interested in. I'm actually taking a class later this summer about foam because I am looking more towards doing more out there cosplay, and it's a great kind of solution for that. So we'll see how that goes. I want to make sure I get the middle between these two. That's about right. Yeah, I'm just starting heavy metal, Jess. Despite your name, no metalworking skill. That's okay. Yeah, it's super tricky to work with real metal, and I'm not set up for a ton of it. I'm definitely not blacksmithing stuff. I have some tutorials up on my YouTube page. Actually, here. about how to use it with some stuff from Home Depot and like heavy duty aviator snips and stuff like that, which is what most people are interested in. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely daunting, and it takes a whole nother level of like safety gear that most people don't have in their homes. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff I've learned about painting, both for cosplay and for painting miniatures, they've really, like, that skill goes both ways. Like, it really crosses between those two things. A lot of the shading techniques and stuff that I learned for painting minis for D&D and stuff has come quite in handy when I'm painting cosplays. Despite my measuring, it's still short. It needs to be like half an inch longer. It's a great thing about foam. You can kind of stretch it out. Yeah, no, definitely you need to file the edges if you're using sheet metal. There's a lot of grinders and stuff that you can just get regular at your Home Depot and stuff like that. Yeah. That's a cool thing. If you watch, like, you can actually stretch it pretty well. And I'm going to heat it up in just a second so it'll keep that, that bent look. It's not like my lines weren't 100% straight either, but that's okay. There we go, that's better. That's one of the reasons I want to start working with foam more, is it's just so, I mean, you can just kind of do whatever you want with it, and it's so inexpensive, like, like if you really screw up, it's not that big a deal to start again. Where if you're working with something, like when I work with leather, it's always stressful because it's like you got your one shot. So for the crest for Wonder Woman, I bought this, speaking of leather, I bought this beautiful leather. It's so beautiful and like perfect gold. So I'm going to turn that into the eagle for the crest, but I'm absolutely terrified to mess it up. It's like beautiful. So yeah, I'm a little nervous about that, but there should be enough that I can cut out more than one piece. If I really do mess up, I could probably get another one out of that, but I'm a little nervous. I don't really want to mess it up. Aren't they beautiful? It's so beautiful. It's just like such a pretty leather. I was so lucky. I went to this store. There's a leather shop down in downtown LA that I go to, and it's just so beautiful. Yeah, they always have amazing stuff. I got a bunch of my stuff for my big Barda. That's all like copper colored. So pretty there. So now I'm going to test this with the heat gun to make it hold its shape. I haven't tried the heat gun with this new mic, so let me know if it's like way too loud and I can switch to my wireless mics. The wireless mics don't have as good a sound quality, but is Kimmy butt for a moment. Heck yeah. It's like, the place is called Save More, but it's SAVMOR, like they don't like E's for some reason. And it's like, you feel like you're going to a drug den. Like it really, like it does not look like a legitimate place when you go there. But you go into this door and there's like this beautiful room with just like leather everywhere. It's like all the best designers, all the upholsterers and clothing designers and home designers and all of them like all go there, and it just looks like this ratty little place, but all of us go there. It's amazing. So right now, okay, perfect, thank you. It's not super loud right now. I've got it on a low setting, but yeah, I borrowed this mic from my friend Bill to try it out, and I think I'm gonna have to buy one. I put it on my Amazon wish list, but they're kind of expensive. Right? Why are they so sketchy? I think it's like their way of like keeping like all the looky-loos and people out. Lots of West Coast people here tonight. Yep, Bill. He lent me his beautiful Blue Yeti mic to try out for my stream. He also gave me a soundboard, so if we need to, we can start streaming games from here too. Yeah, he hasn't been on the stream lately. He's prepping for his big move. He's moving to England, so... maybe I should look into that one. I'm sorry, when I think Snowball, I think Dirty Things, so... I'm gonna stop thinking that right now. I have a terrible mind. I have a friend whose nickname is that, so... it's not completely my fault. Okay, the best story ever. Alright, so Stork, if you just came from the Happy Jacks channel, Stork was in that game. Stork, I used to work the Renaissance Fair with Stork and Stu and a bunch of the other people. My mom was visiting one day. My mom was, and we all sing on the dirty stage. We sing double entendre songs. And one of the boggards in their group, his nicknamed Snowball. So my mom's sitting there with Stork and me and a bunch of other people just hanging out. And out of nowhere, my mom asks, "Why is his name Snowball?" And like, boom, I am out of there. I do not want to have that conversation. So I left poor Stork in a conversation with my mom. He had to explain to her what a snowball was. And he did. And that's my favorite story ever. I also have a very cool mom, but... Alright, so here we go. So now yeah, it's like the craziest story. It makes me laugh every time. Poor Stork. He still hasn't forgiven me for that. He's just like, what? Your mom is so nice. Why did you make me tell her that? So now we've heated up and we bent the foam, so now it's just in this shape naturally. I want to stretch it out just a little bit more. I'm a terrible person. I really am. But he handled himself. It was good. It was good. It was like preparing him for when his daughters became teenagers. That's what I keep telling him. It's like, if you can explain that to my mom, you can explain anything to your girls. And they both survived to being teenagers, so I assume it worked. Alright, so it's actually fitting really well now. It's got a little bit of like a V shape on the side, so I'm going to do that. It's not staying closed, but it does reach around. So what I'm going to end up doing probably is putting magnets on the ends there. Add a noise gate. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. You know what, though? I'm using the Mac version of OBS, and it has, like, a third of all the same things, of all the options, which really blows and is really annoying. Yeah, I'm switching to a PC later this week, so so that option is only on the PC version of OBS, I believe, which is what we use in the studio for Happy Jacks. So I know all about that, but not for the Mac version, which is one of the reasons we switched from a Mac to a PC, specifically because OBS works better on PC. Yeah, I don't have a lot of ambient noise tonight. I do have my big fan going because it's like a bazillion freaking degrees in my studio, but other than that, there's not a lot. So, but sometimes when I'm using a Dremel or something, I may just mute the mics with that because it gets really loud when I'm doing that stuff. People just have to handle me not being super talkative at those moments. Did I miss the Bustin' Chops? I think I missed saying thank you for their follow. Thank you for following. So now, I'm going to just kind of trim a little bit off. Yeah, Dremels are super loud for their size. They're super handy, though. They're like the best little things. But it's also so hot right now, it's like I can't be in here without my air conditioning going or something. It was awful today, man. I need to save up for a new air conditioner because my workshop out here is actually not attached to the house, so it doesn't have central air. So I've got my little thing over here, but it is not super powerful. Yes, small packages have to make their power and awesomeness known somehow. How hot is it in LA now? I think it was 102 yesterday. Today was only in the high 90s. But that's okay. After our wonderful conversation, I'm pretty sure you realize that I have a dirty mind and I don't take it personally. I've actually written whole songs and made them dirty, so it's fine. Cool. Yeah, that looks like it's working. Yeah, no, super hot today. Yesterday was really bad. But it's hard because I'm in like crunch time for San Diego Comic-Con and I have to be working every minute, but it was like 90 degrees in my studio today. And I'm fine with hot weather. Like, I can tough it out, but it was bad. So, San Diego up. I'm guessing San Diego, SD up to Salem, since you're saying up. South Dakota would not be up. Sideways. So, San Diego. Did I guess right? Yeah. I love San Diego. If like all my friends and my husband's whole business and everything weren't here, I would be very tempted to move down there. It'd be too far to be on Happy Jacks anymore, though. That would make me very sad. That would not be worth it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, well, I live in LA, so I think LA is still more expensive than San Diego right now. Not by a lot, but LA is so expensive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's about LA too right now. It's always hard to find cheaper, and then the cheaper is always in like really shady neighborhoods and really unsafe. Sorry to move you guys around so much there. I keep thinking about putting the camera like, a lot of cosplay streamers have it like above, facing down, but I feel like that also pulls out a lot of the detail, so I don't know, I'm torn. Maybe I'll mount one, because I have another camera, so maybe I'll mount one, and then also have this one if I want to switch between the two angles if I'm doing something. That might be the best option. What do you guys think? Yeah. We got really lucky. We bought at the right time in LA. So most of our friends are paying more in rent than we are for a mortgage. And a fun Happy Jacks fact, Jason, who's the new guy in the stream, actually, before I even knew him, before I met him, actually looked at our house and almost bought the house that we bought during about the same time. I didn't meet him till years later, but it's just kind of a fun little fact. Alright, so far so good, guys. I'm done with that foam right now. So many people are moving to Oregon. I have 2 friends that have moved to Oregon recently, like in the last 3 months. It's kind of weird. Oh, bye, Master Vitter. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Florida weather, man. It's kind of a deal breaker in a lot of ways. Love this song. Now, it's usually not a great idea to use the heat gun with just your fingers, but I'm not heating anything up to super big temperatures tonight, just a little bit. And I'm not pointing it anywhere. If I'm pointing it at my fingers, I'm going to get blisters, so I'm not pointing it at my fingers. And once you do the foam, you want to let it cool for a second, because if you just let it go, it'll just warp into whatever shapes you want. So you want to hold it in the shape you want it in until it cools a little bit, and then you can keep working it. Yeah, I have like work gloves that I usually use. No, not at this level. I do have a respirator that I use when I use like my super big adhesives. Like when I glue magnets on this and stuff, I'll wear that. But just heating the foam up. I mean, if I was burning the foam, then yes. But I'm not burning the foam, I'm just heating it up. Yeah, exactly. I'm not getting close to melting it at all, which is why I can still like use it with my hands. Ta-da. Fills out the jaw quite swell. Yeah, I actually, you don't see it, but literally right behind the camera, there's like two French doors that are open with a big fan blowing right at me. If I had my hair down, it would be like a sexy movie or something. Yeah, ventilation's super important. Thank you for bringing that up. I should actually somewhere in my... I should probably link to... I have a whole video about cosplay safety that I should probably somehow maybe put it in like a reminder in the chat or something sometimes. Because I feel like a lot of people work on cosplay in very unsafe ways. Want a roller for melting the foam together? Let you know. I'm letting you know. I'm super interested in that. I've never seen people melt the foam together. I've seen them use like adhesives. I've seen them burn patterns into it, but that's an interesting thing. Like I said, I'm not an expert on foam stuff, so that's interesting. You're oh so special. Oh, nice. Any tips or tricks that you wish to impart, Flying Jackalope? I am all ears. I think those are good base. Before I put the aluminum on them, I want to paint them black, and I don't want to paint them tonight. But I do want to do a test on this first one I did. Hi, No Kath. Welcome back. Thanks. See you later, Matravant. Hope to see you again on Happy Jacks and here. It's still in progress, No Kath. It's turning out really well. I got the pieces sewn together today, but it's not like actually, I haven't put the boning in it yet. I'm probably going to work on that tomorrow. I wanted a little bit of a break from that after working on it all day. So right now I'm working on bracers. Oops, I'm dropping things. I'm so cool and smooth, man. But yeah, I'm hoping to have the corset mostly done and start working on the eagle, because I can't really put that whole thing together until I finish the eagle out of the leather that I showed you last night. Because I have to stitch that on by hand once it's done to the to that before I can really finish putting it all together. Oh, cool. Absolutely. I don't know of any, like, cosplay stores up there, but I get most of my stuff online, so totally happy. If you or she or he wants to tweet me, I'm happy to share online resources, because that's where most cosplayers get all their stuff. Hi. Thanks for hanging out. I don't have very much of this stuff, so I'm kind of afraid to like really screw it up. So, super cool. I mean, it's actual very thin aluminum with adhesive on the back, so hopefully it looks good. Interesting, okay. Huh. It really cut down on the foam's, how bent it was before, because I really bent it in the right shape. Yeah, I mean, I'm just starting to experiment with foam a little bit more. I was kind of a snob, honestly, when I first got into cosplay. And I thought, like, real materials were better. And I'm not a snob anymore. Well, I am a snob, just not about that, I guess. Oh wow, this stuff actually is hard to cut. Wow. Just trying to kind of trimming the excess. I cut a little bit bigger piece because I wanted to make sure I got it exactly to the edges of the foam. Interesting. Actually, yeah, it looks really good. Holy crap. Bye, Heavy Metal Jess. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching the Happy Jack stream, and thanks for hanging out on my stream. So yeah, okay, that looks pretty good. Well, thank you, NoCath. What, who are the other cosplayers that you like to pay attention to? Yeah, I'm actually really, really excited. This is my test one, so I cut it a little short. So my actual ones are over here. These are the ones that, like, I already fit, and they're, like, staying on. Ivy! I love Ivy. She's the bestest. Oh, I was supposed to call her today, actually, and talk to her, because she's just setting up her Twitch stream. And I'm supposed to help her, like, with all the little flashy things. Like when people follow like Wonder Woman spins and all this stuff on my channel, trying to help her set that stuff too. Awesome, yeah. It's actually like Twitch has actually been really cool. I've never been into watching other people play video games. Like if I have time to watch somebody play a video game, I'm just gonna play. But the fact that now there's tabletop games and so all creative is just like up my alley totally. Here, let me put tape on it so I can see what it looks like. One second. I'll be right back. Meeting tape. It's not very subtle tape, but it's okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with how that's looking. Oh, that'd be amazing. There aren't enough good Kingpin cosplays. There's not enough Kingpin cosplays at all. Does it read well on camera? It's hard for me to tell. Like, does it look like metal or does it look weird? Cool. Awesome. Hi, Relative D-Pod, by the way. Hi. I don't think I knew you were here. You're being very quiet. Yeah. It's hard to, like... Sometimes too shiny reads as fake. But I think that's pretty good, actually. Actually really fast to do. That's awesome. I have to order thin metal strips, because I don't think... Yeah, I don't have any metal that's that size. Or, magnets that are that size. Yeah, chrome look. Aw, that's okay. It was a really good stream earlier. You should watch it on YouTube, the Happy Jacks one. Ooh, I have a clip on my stream. That's exciting. Actually, before I forget, I'm totally going to message Ivy right now, No Kath. Thank you for reminding me of that. Sorry, this is super interesting watching me text people. Sorry. All right. Well, that's super successful. That went a lot faster than I thought it would, actually. I thought that would take me a while. Yeah, lots of remixes. I love the remixes. Well, I love all the nerdy stuff, and since I don't have the legal right to play the straight songs, I play remixes by cool people. This is a heavy metal remix. Thank you. Yeah, that was a while ago. That's the one, like, my mom didn't actually recognize me when she saw me in that one because I, like, used a bunch of makeup to lighten my skin and with that wig and everything. She's like, oh, look at that Merida cosplayer. I'm like, yeah, Mom, that's me. Oh, that looks very different than you usually look. Yes, it does, Mom. Actually, she's coming tomorrow. She's helping me sew tomorrow. I'm super excited. It's one of my favorite things about prepping for Comic-Con is every year she comes and helps me sew, because she taught me to sew. Actually, my grandmother taught her to sew when she was little and then taught me. And then my mom actually made a living in college, like, as a costumer. So it kind of runs in the family. At first she was a little baffled by the whole cosplay thing, but she's on board now. She loves it. Yeah, Big Barda is, like, one of my favorite cosplays. She's one of my favorite characters, but I think out of all the cosplays I've ever done, that's one of the ones I'm most proud of how it turned out. It took me, like, 6 months of putting scale mail together. I'm kind of in the middle of revamping her. I'm hoping she'll be ready for San Diego too, but I don't want to rush her and not have her be perfect, so we'll see. There's a lot of hand sewing involved in that. Yeah. It's funny when I wear her, people either, one, don't know who I am, or two, they're like a huge Barda fan, and they like come rushing up, and they're like, oh my god, you're a big Barda! Oh my god, I named my dog Barda! Oh my god! They're like so excited. Yeah, Barda does not get enough love. So I was super excited. It'll come up in a minute over there. Sorry, it's reversed for me. I think it's on there. Like my bombshell Big Barda design. was actually an original design that I did, but I wore it to Comic-Con and DC Comics saw it and they picked it up. And they actually used it in their DC Bombshells comic book. So in a small way, I helped make a big Barda canon outfit. I guess it's not canon, but it's cool. It's in the comics. It's basically me in the comics is what I just think of it as. It's not really, but it's exciting. Yeah. Power Prince is awesome. Yeah, an Elseworlds variant. An official variant. Like, yeah. Actually, I guess it might not be in that rotation down there. I need to update that. But if you look up, if you're looking at my channel, she's the one where I'm, like, saluting up above. But, yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty exciting. Yeah. Power Princess, yeah. My dog's wandering around. He thinks it's too hot, too. Alright, well, so far this is actually holding up super well. It doesn't seem to dent. It does if you really bump it, but then it doesn't look bad. Yeah. God, I haven't looked at that in so long. Bart is awesome. I love Wonder Woman, like she's my favorite, but Bart is like a super close second. As I get older, I like Barda more and more. I don't know why. These are actually really comfy, too. My wrists are so weird looking. It looks better up like that. Alright. So before I cut them, I should measure them up farther. I have kind of thick arms from weightlifting and stuff. Whoop! I had the doors open and the lights on, so I'm getting like an influx of bugs. It's fine. My super brave. Speaking of my badass heroes that I dress as, that was my super wimpy scream with getting a bug on me. Sure, yeah. I don't have any links blocked until I start getting famous enough to have spammers and stuff. There's no point. Eowyn! Oh! She's my favorite. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, I'm such a Tolkien nerd. My husband and I actually had a Silmarillion-themed wedding. That's super nerdy. I wrote a song in Elvish and made my friends sing it. Which they did, and it sounded like French, and everyone thought it was super classy. There's like 10 people who thought it was like the nerdiest thing they'd ever seen. Yeah, that's a great outfit. Maybe future cosplay. I feel like everyone would just think I was like Catwoman or something though. If I wore that cosplay. It's like such a little known character, but that's okay. Yeah, Quenya High Elvish sounds a little bit French if you're singing it and people don't have any context. Yes, that's the one I know her more for. But again, like, everyone's gonna be like, oh, you're Wonder Woman? You're like, eh. I wonder, do another test. If I heat this one that we already attached the metal covering to. Yeah. Which is also totally on my list. I love her Flashpoint Armor. She's freaking badass in that story. But like I was saying last night, my ultimate cosplay for someday is her Kingdom Come armor. That will happen. Nice. Yeah, it was hardcore into role-playing elves back when Ultima Online was like the big MMO in the world before World of Warcraft came out. Yeah, I mean, at one point I could type pretty fluid Quenya, which is pretty sad, actually. But not something that's really a big resume builder. I should have probably put that time into learning any other language in the world other than a fake language. Alright, so heating it up with the metal on it didn't completely ruin it. Tarin, what? Filthy horde. It's okay. I love you anyway. Yeah, I play WoW now. Took me a long time, like, I was so bitter because Ultima Online was like fading because everyone was leaving for WoW. I finally moved over though. Let's see. I have my mains right now are, I have a bunch of characters. My mains right now are Draenei Paladin and a human Warlock. The Warlock's been my main forever. But I switched to a Paladin so I can tank more. That's a good point. Once people start using it, is it a fake language anymore? That's true. Yeah, there finally just weren't enough people in Ultima. It was like, oh my god, I spent so much of my life playing that game. Like, so much of my life. I don't know how I did it, but like... Alright, so heating it up did warp it a little bit. You can kind of see. So I don't want to heat... This is my test one, so it doesn't really matter. It also made the edges wrinkle. So that's good to know. I love that it kind of just tapes on the back. It kind of just looks completely closed. It's kind of nifty. Yeah, I played EverQuest for like 5 minutes once. I tried to do like one of the raid things and I just was like, this is insane. Like, this is insane. But yes. I haven't been playing WoW a ton lately. I loved the Lich King expansion, that one was amazing. Not a huge fan of Pandaria. Was just kind of a joke, like, to be honest. Like, I mean, it was a cool expansion, it looked beautiful, but it held my interest for like 2 seconds. Cataclysm was cool, but then got kind of repetitive and old. I feel like Legion has been the best expansion since Wrath of the Lich King, but I just don't have time. I might be going back to teaching this year, so that if I do, then I'll have more time again, which would be nice. But yeah, when I'm working like 10-hour days and a school administrator, I just don't have it in me. I do not have it in me to come home and play WoW and herd bunches of online pickup group people. Yeah, exactly. The EverQuest, I mean, at the time it was amazing, but yeah, at this point it's so clunky. Because if I'm gonna play, like, most of my gaming time I spend gaming, tabletop gaming with my friends. But if I am at home and I am playing an MMO or something of that nature, like, I want it to be more simple. Just because that's kind of like the mood I'm in, probably. Sorry, I'm kind of using the camera as a mirror. When Artemis became Wonder Woman, like the 90s storyline, was that the one we were talking last night where Wonder Woman got like the biker outfit? I actually liked that storyline, and I've liked variants of that storyline. I think it's interesting to think of the Wonder Woman as a title in the Amazon culture, not as a person. I hated the outfit they gave Diana after that, but it was a super interesting thing, and I've always loved Artemis as a character, so I thought that was a kind of a neat use for her. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was cool, kind of giving a different personality and showing how much of what we think of as Wonder Woman is Diana, not the title. Because Artemis was much more militant, much more less forgiving. You know, Diana's all about peace and love, and I think it also showed how Hippolyta was really wanting to protect Diana. Like, they didn't do a super elegant job of it, but I think it could be done in a way that really showed Hippolyta's love for Diana and her desire to protect her. And sometimes how that puts her at odds with what she needs to do as queen. So I think that's kind of a neat storyline, too. Hippolyta's one of my favorite characters. Just because, like, how hard has it got to be Wonder Woman's mom, you know? Yeah, nice. Yeah, I love her purple outfit. Her purple outfit would be cool. And it wouldn't be mistaken for anybody else, except maybe Huntress. It's kind of got a Huntress vibe going. But that would be a super fun one to make. Or Catwoman. I can see maybe people thinking it was the purple Catwoman version. But that is a great Pinterest board. I love that board. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. That's very cool. Nice. I need to figure out how to do blonde characters. I need to find a color of blonde wig that doesn't look ridiculous on me. Just because there's so many blonde characters I'd love to do, but I feel so silly in a blonde wig. I just feel like it doesn't look right on me, but yeah, the helmet and the legs do make it stand out. You're right. Yeah. I love her hair. Artemis's hair is so cool. Completely impractical, but so is Wonder Woman's hair, honestly. Like, as someone who's had long hair my whole life, like, insane. I love that Artemis, when she was the Wonder Woman, had, like, the bow and arrows. That was I think that was a cool addition, and made her stand out more. And also, I think, showed how she was more militant. Like, she didn't use the golden lasso. She was going to shoot you. However, I really hate, like, the thong version of the Wonder Woman outfit. Oh, man, you need to watch our Happy Jack's RPG stream tomorrow. My amazing friend Samantha is on that stream, and she is an amazing redhead. Like, amazing. I also cosplay with her a lot. Keegan, she totally is an amazing badass. We were supposed to do some cosplays together for Comic-Con, but it just never worked out. I should have her do Artemis. No. Today's Sunday, so tomorrow is the Tomorrow Legion game, so our Savage Worlds Rifts game. And then Moat is next Sunday. And she's also in Mode of Sin, which is awesome. She plays a badass vampire. But she does have the most glorious head of red hair ever. It's pretty amazing. Yeah. She's actually doing She-Ra, like a badass warrior She-Ra for Comic-Con. She wanted me to do Catra, but there's no way... there's like no way I was gonna get that done. I can't. Well, message me and I'll tell you. I don't want to just like blurt it out on stream in case people haven't caught up. But maybe I'll just paint the edges of this. I can do that while we're sitting here, not waste time. Right? Oh man. Yeah, that might be the one she's doing, No Cath. It's like a badass, really good, cool version. Cool, I'm always in favor of videos, Flying Jackalope. It's usually easier that way. Ooh, hot. Alright, now I'm gonna need to use my safety stuff. Nice. Yeah, she's doing one somewhat similar to that. That's a badass version. I love that. I really love the Sideshow Collectibles She-Ra statue that has been, like, the pictures have been going around lately. I think if I was gonna do one, it would be something like that. My husband and I actually, a couple years ago, were thinking about doing a She-Ra fan film, and we, like, had the whole thing scripted out, and it was pretty amazing. He did. But since I'm a total She-Ra fangirl, he, like, occasionally came to me for ideas. You should, D-Pod. Yeah. I am personally a fan of more muscular versions of female heroes. I'm also totally biased, but that's my personal feeling. And I love armor. Always armor. Yeah, you should load up Rifts. It's good. I feel like it's an appropriate length to listen to, because, like, Mode of Sin, it's like, although Mode of Sin, it's in a place right now that's probably a good place to jump in, because we just changed a bunch of stuff. Yeah, exactly. Alright, I'm gonna go get my black paint. And after I paint, then it will be done. 1 second, I'll be right back. Nope, it's not open yet. Oh no, it leaked. That's not good. Hopefully it didn't all dry out. Oh no, good, it didn't. I hate when my materials fail me. Paint all over my table. Once I paint this black, I can use, like, some rub and buff and make it look silver. So the little edges won't look, like, most people won't see them hardly at all. So if they're not as perfect and shiny as the top, it won't matter. Oh yeah. Sam could do any cosplay. She could literally, like, she's just perfect. I mean, she's got the body type for everything. Especially now that she's doing, like, the ballet and stuff. Yeah, paints are kind of annoying. I have a great collection, though, from painting minis, so it's helpful. My next big cosplay after Comic-Con is going to be Xena. I was hoping to have her done for Comic-Con, but that's just not going to happen. So here's the edges. So I'm super bummed she's not going to be done, but I'd rather take my time and do her right, since I feel like that's going to be like one of my major cosplays in the future, because I love Xena Warrior Princess so much. So this is what it'll look like with the silver, and then I'll put silver on the edges here too, so it'll look like that. Yeah, I'm super excited about Xena. I usually don't commission pieces. I usually make everything myself in-house. But I did not this time, because I really wanted it to be amazing. So I actually found an amazing armorer in San Diego, actually, who's making all the armor for me for an amazingly good price. And he's doing some chest pieces of Wonder Woman and stuff for me too at different points. Just because that's awesome, and I love having real metal pieces. Is Xena getting a remake? Oh yeah, it is. I knew that. For a second I lost my shit because I didn't remember, but then yeah. And Lucy Lawless isn't playing Xena, which made me angry and upset. Yeah. I mean, I get that she's not like the same age she was when she first did the show, but I feel like that would be amazing, like seeing Xena later in her life rather than just recasting it and redoing the same kind of things that they did back in the day. I feel like it's a very missed opportunity. Yeah, I feel like that might be a little bit of a bullshit excuse. But maybe not. I mean, it's also completely possible she's like, I never want to do that again. Like, just like Harrison Ford is like completely not interested in playing Han Solo long term. Like, he has no interest in being that character. I mean, it's possible she's just burned out on it. Yeah, right? Hardened, or maybe not even like hardened. Like, maybe life has worked the other way for her. Like, I would be amazed. I mean, what if she has like a daughter, or like there's all these cool stories that they could go with, and it would be amazing. Oh, well. We got a good Wonder Woman, so I can't complain about too much stuff, I guess. War Matron. Yeah. War Matron. Yes. Great moment. Oh yeah, he would. Yeah, he would. He didn't want to do it again. Like, I've heard rumors or read articles or something, I don't remember where, but like he literally was like, "I will come back and do this if you kill me off." Sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen it, but that's your own problem. Like, if you kill me off, because I don't ever want to do this character again. There's also all the rumors about the Harrison Ford movie, the young Harrison Ford movie, like just being so bad. Wonder Woman versus Xena, 100% Wonder Woman. I love Xena, but in a fight, like, she doesn't have superpowers. Both of them have trained their entire lives to be warriors. So I think the thing that would give Wonder Woman her edge is like her super strength and stuff. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of discussion right now. I have to be careful what I say because I have people I know who work in some capacity on those movies. The rumor going around people who are in the know a little bit in Hollywood is not that the movie is bad, but that and that the actor is actually doing a very good job, but people are upset because he's not like Han Solo in the whole movie. Because the idea originally was for it to be a multiple movie thing. So whether it was a creative choice or an artistic choice to have him not be quite so cocky and stuff at the beginning and slowly have that develop, which is what a lot of people think like the plan was, people aren't happy with that he's not super cocky at the beginning. So we'll see. Yeah, and Rogue One was really good. But a lot of people are taking, who don't really realize that was the plan, are taking it as the actor not doing well as Han Solo. When it's really not. He's just, leaving a chance for a character arc and character growth. Shocking, right? Shocking. But those are also just rumors and stuff, so who knows. Alright. I feel like I should put barge cement on it too, just in case. Just because I'm now terrified. Yeah, it's kind of peeling up. This doesn't seem to be too bad. Yeah, alright, I'll just do it. Yeah, exactly. I thought that Prometheus sucked, but it had nothing to do with that. So, sorry, Depot. The thing that made me mad in that movie is the same thing that makes me mad in tons of horror movies. And one of the reasons I don't generally get along with horror movies very well is, I am a scientist. Let me go into this strange alien place. Let me take my helmet off and start touching things. Really? Really? Like, my 4th grade students know better than to do that, dude. I'm gonna wait, actually. I'm not gonna put the silver on yet. I wanna wait till I have the magnets to put on the ends first. And I don't think I have those. Yeah, those won't fit. Yeah, exactly. No, new environment. I have no idea what it is. Let me just take off my helmet and breathe. Yeah, pretty much. How many of these alien eggs do you think I can fit in my mouth? Yeah, exactly. That is exactly the whole movie, and it's so annoying. It drives me crazy. It's the same thing that drives me crazy in all horror movies. It's like, oh, I'm gonna sneak off alone into this far room, and I'm sure nothing bad will happen, even though the killer's already picked off 3 of us one by one. It's just like, okay, at that point you deserve to die, and I don't care anymore. Like, I get very angry and worked up. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the stream tonight, guys. Done with what I can do on these until I get the magnets in. I'm gonna have to go order the magnets online. So that they can pop on. Thank you guys for hanging out. It was super, super fun. And I will be streaming a lot more in the next few days for sure. So, up until Comic-Con. Tomorrow and Tuesday, tomorrow I'm streaming on Happy Jack's RPG, starting at 8 p.m. So I may not stream earlier in the day because of that. But I'll probably stream Tuesday night, probably not during the day because it's like I said earlier, it's like 95 degrees in here during the day. So Tuesday night will probably be my next stream. And then probably Wednesday night, and then Thursday and Friday. And I'm probably just going to stream straight until Comic-Con every minute that I'm not, you know, doing something else. So, no problem. Thank you guys for hanging out. It was super fun. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yes, NOJ. Dime Bull. Bringing that GOT battle. Yeah. A song of fire versus ice. You esquire, I'm an honorary knight. Valerian sword while you carry a knife. The rap game of those you barely survive. I castrate you like Greyjoy. Then I'ma make you my slave boy. Now you be praying to 7 deities that I don't whip you with chains curled. You about to get killed in the fighting pit. I'm the rifle there, you might as well quit. You fired some arrows to miss. You look like a sparrow, you poured the shit. And now you'll be burned and flayed. Return to your cage. Bring me some wine, the king has arrived. Spitting